In today's video, we explore the innovative approaches to waterfront living taken by three leading countries: the Netherlands, Sweden, and Japan. These nations are setting a global standard for homes on water, showcasing how to harmonize architecture with aquatic environments. Conversely, we'll also highlight 6 countries that are lagging behind, grappling with various challenges that hinder their progress in creating sustainable housing solutions. Join us as we dive into the successes and struggles of these nations and discuss the urgent need for change in our approach to living with water. 1. The Netherlands. Living with water, not against it. In the Netherlands, water isn't just a threat, it's a way of life. With much of the country sitting below sea level, Dutch innovation has turned a potential disaster into an opportunity for architectural brilliance. Floating neighborhoods are springing up around Amsterdam, where homes glide up and down with the changing tides. The Dutch are masters of turning adversity into advantage, transforming canals and rivers into vibrant, bustling communities. Their floating homes aren't just practical, they're beautiful, often featuring sleek designs and eco-friendly materials. The floating pavilion in Rotterdam and the entire Eidsberg district in Amsterdam prove that living on water can be both stylish and sustainable. For the Dutch, every flood warning is a reminder of why these homes matter. It's not just about survival, it's about thriving in a world where water is always nearby. 2. Sweden. Where sustainability meets serenity. Sweden has taken floating homes to a new level by marrying sustainability with Scandinavian serenity. Imagine homes gently bobbing on Stockholm's waters, powered by the sun and the wind. Swedish architects are passionate about using renewable energy and natural materials, creating spaces that are as kind to the planet as they are to their inhabitants. Here, living on water isn't just about escaping rising seas, it's about embracing a lifestyle deeply connected to nature. Residents enjoy panoramic lake views, direct access to kayaking, and a sense of calm that's hard to find in crowded cities. Swedish floating homes often feature communal gardens, shared docks, and even floating saunas, fostering a true sense of community. Their commitment to eco-friendly living is inspiring, showing that it's possible to balance innovation and tradition in a world that's always changing. 3. Japan. Engineering resilience against nature. Japan, a country routinely battered by typhoons and rising seas, has turned to floating architecture as an answer to its environmental challenges. Japanese engineers are creating floating cities that not only survive but thrive during extreme weather. These communities use modular designs, allowing them to expand and adapt as needed, almost like building blocks on water. Safety comes first, with reinforced structures and emergency plans built into every blueprint. In places like Tokyo Bay, plans for entire floating neighborhoods are already underway. Here, technology and tradition work together, blending minimalist Japanese aesthetics with cutting-edge engineering. Residents can relax knowing their homes are designed to withstand whatever nature throws their way, proving that resilience and comfort can go hand in hand. 4. United States. Innovation lost in red tape. Despite its sprawling coastlines and countless lakes, the United States has been slow to embrace floating homes. Bureaucracy, zoning issues, and a tangle of regulations have made it nearly impossible for these homes to go mainstream. There are a few exceptions, like the colorful houseboats of Seattle, but these are isolated pockets rather than widespread solutions. Many Americans see floating homes as quirky novelties rather than serious answers to housing shortages or climate threats. Public awareness is low, and developers often face opposition from local authorities worried about everything from pollution to property values. Without a major shift in thinking, floating communities in the US will likely remain the exception, not the rule. 5. India. Tradition blocking the tide. India faces massive housing shortages and rapid urbanization, yet the idea of living on water is still foreign to most. Strong cultural traditions and economic challenges mean that innovative housing solutions are slow to catch on. Most urban planners focus on expanding upwards or outwards, sticking to conventional methods even as coastal cities face increasing floods. Floating homes are seen as risky or impractical, leaving millions vulnerable to climate change's worst effects. Without a change in perception and a willingness to invest in new ideas, India's cities may struggle to stay afloat in the years ahead. 6. Brazil. Stuck on shorelines, Brazil's beautiful coastlines are also some of its most threatened, but floating homes are almost unheard of here. The government's focus remains on traditional, land-based housing, even as rising sea levels put low-income communities at risk. Innovative designs exist, but they rarely move beyond the drawing board. The result is a growing divide. Wealthy neighborhoods get flood protections, while poorer areas are left exposed. Floating homes could offer a lifeline, but without investment, Brazil's housing crisis will likely worsen as the climate changes. 7. Australia. Potential drowned by caution. Australia boasts some of the world's most stunning waterfronts, yet floating communities are few and far between. Strict regulations, environmental concerns, and a cautious approach to new development have stalled progress. Projects like floating eco-villages are discussed, but rarely built. Many Australians worry about the potential impact on fragile ecosystems, and governments are hesitant to approve large-scale projects. For now, the dream of living on water remains mostly just that, a dream. 8. Canada. Opportunities frozen in place. With its vast lakes and winding rivers, Canada seems like the perfect place for floating homes. Yet, most Canadians stick to cabins and cottages, rarely venturing onto the water itself. There are a few floating homes in places like Vancouver, but entire communities remain a rarity. Harsh winters and a lack of government support make it tough for these homes to catch on. The potential is there, if only someone would tap into it. 9. South Africa. Housing crisis on the horizon. South Africa's cities face severe housing shortages, but floating homes are barely mentioned in urban plans. Most efforts focus on building more traditional homes, even as coastal flooding becomes a bigger risk. There's little public discussion about aquatic living, and few architects are working on such projects. Without new ideas, many of South Africa's most vulnerable residents could face an uncertain future as sea levels continue to rise. 10. The urgent need for change. As floods and storms become more frequent, the world's approach to housing must evolve. The Netherlands, Sweden, and Japan are proving that homes on water can be practical, beautiful, and sustainable. Meanwhile, the United States, India, Brazil, Australia, Canada, and South Africa still have a long way to go. Will more countries find the courage to ride the waves of innovation, or will they be left behind as the waters rise?